Okay. They say prisons are designed as some kind of divine retribution for everybody who goes around robbing, killing, stealing, and looting, or those who suffer from some kind of acute mental disorder that borders on the line of that which is sane and insanity. I feel like King Solomon when he spoke vanity of vanities, because there are plenty of crazy people walking around free in the city streets. So how can it be that this illusion exists amidst these mercenaries in this silent war against freedom's people? The very ones who smile up in your face but behind your back secretly wish to bury you deep in the ground beneath you. You say it's wrong to kill a man with a gun, yet bring in bullets by the ton. When convict me of murder one, but quickly acquit the son of the son, whose only excuse was I never meant to and I was only having some fun, yet you choose to give me a death penalty by way of a lethal injection. You say you want to be rid of all the evil which plagued the elite of America's best, so you lock us up in prisons because you consider us a threat? But never mind that it's a crime when Big Macs don't need a tech to leave you dead at 45 from a cardiac arrest. And don't forget about these additives that's supposedly keeping your food fresh that had my 43-year-old mama walking around with cancer of the breast. But hey, forget the answers. You can guess when nobody cares if you were right. Hell, people don't want to know the truth when it's so much easier to lie. A paradox. It's hard to live but so much easier to die. And it's okay for me to take away from those who are so much more needier than I. Because I got you taken away from me who's just so much more greedier than I. And when I ask what it's all about, nobody can give me a reason why. So you label me a thug because I got braids and gold fronts, because I like my jeans baggy to get blazed and smoke blunts. Nowadays, nobody wants to take a deeper look inside, to the very heart of the matter. Who's the criminal, you or I? Who's the villain and who's the victim? Who's really locked up in a prison and boxed up in the system, or your fucked up way of living? Subservient to your passions and your deep-seated emotions. This makes you low within the beast of this you probably boast. Get a glass and make a toast to every single selfish deed. Drink to a long life of ignorance and superficial dreams. Because in the end, what does it mean? What have you accomplished with your life? Are you a subject free from death, dispelling darkness with your light? It doesn't matter if you are a president, an emperor, or king, for we are all prisoners of nature, birth, death, and worldly things. You see, there are seldom rehabilitations from the strength and vices of Satan. And to reiterate that statement, a lot of people's hearts are filled with hatred. So nobody really cares in this world full of changing faces, just who and what you are if they can't benefit from you daily. And people will let you starve and give you food up off their plates, the very ones who pray to God and ask forgiveness for their fate. What is real and what is fake? Stop me now if I'm mistaken. How can you love Almighty God and leave your brother man forsaken, on the ground freezing naked, with the pavement for a bed? So elated when you face him, you will leave him off for dead, rather than to offer bread just to silence hunger pains? You are a prisoner of your greed if you object and not sustain, because I see poison in your veins, and it's deadlier than snake bites. And if you thought about it twice, maybe you would stop it all like brake lights. Then again, what you deny, sit in line, try to make light, everything you do is cool, and what I'm speaking about just ain't right. For the moment the sun is set, but can you hide when it is daylight? So I ask you one more time, who's the criminal, you or I? Who's the villain and who's the victim? Who's really locked up in a prison and boxed up in the system, or your fucked up way of living, subservient to your passions and your deep-seated emotions? This makes you lower than the beast of this you probably boast. Get a glass and make a toast to every single selfish deed. Drink to a long life of ignorance and superficial dreams. Because in the end, what does it mean? What have you accomplished with your life? Are you a subject free from death, dispelling darkness with your light? It doesn't matter if you are a president, an emperor, or king, for we are all prisoners of nature, birth, death, and worldly things. Institutionalized minds.